All right.
Jen Brook.
Well, the chat's working now. At least we can see that. Aha! Don't you just love Mercury retrogrades?
Well, this is kind of a big week, and I had posted on my Facebook page, what a hell of a week, and it's only Tuesday.
That's about
Help
the
me,
size of it.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. But we had the Scorpio full moon and the lunar eclipse.
So it begins.
We had Mercury retrograde. We have Pluto retrograde. It's just like this crazy, crazy stuff. So, health for Mike. Okay. We're going to start with Gen B, and
Hello,
this is how
Jen.
it works.
Go for it.
You
Tell
get
everyone.
a card for free. One of us will do a 1-card reading for free. If you want to jump ahead of the 1-card readings, you can give us a super chat, and we'll do a 3-card reading where we'll each give an opinion. And then sometimes we have a line of those. But I do my best to keep everything in order. Please do remind me if you think I haven't gotten to you, but we're already up to 6 peeps.
Yes. So please forgive us if we get lost.
Let's start
we'll try
with
not to.
Jen, who wants a relationship question.
All right. Shall I pull the first card for this evening? That's a 1. Obviously, this has to be 3. So,
right.
Relationship for Jen.
And anybody else who asked for a card, Dana, Stacy, Cassandra, and Kayla, if you have a subject, we'd be glad to
Be a good idea.
focus on something. If not, we'll just do general.
Absolutely. So your first card, 7 of Cups. We've got the 2 of Wands for you and the Star card, which is the Aquarian card. So I don't know if you're the Aquarian or there's an Aquarian on the horizon, so to speak. But choices, what I would tell you, Jen, is not everything is as it appears to be, nor is it necessarily otherwise. But in the words of Yoda, choose you must. You've actually got to engage here and go forth. Go forth, come fifth and win a cup, as the saying goes. But I know sometimes it's like, oh, but what if? And what if? And I think you're in danger of overthinking things a little bit. So let me just pop that to one side here and say, I love this card.
Did she give you some feedback?
Oh, give me some feedback. I'm a Pisces, new person is a Sagittarius. I like Sagittarius. They're difficult to settle down though. That's the only trouble with Sagittarius. This, I was about to mention the world in the hand here, by the way. This Wunderlust, as the saying goes. But this is interesting because I don't know. I see this card as this is a very mercantile individual, for want of a better word. Somebody makes a living, probably owns their own business, probably. I don't know. I feel they've got the whole world in their hands. So this to me can indicate global commerce and all that kind of fun stuff as well. And there's an awful lot of untapped potential, and they're well to do, I think. But there's something unresolved here. There's an issue, an emotional scar, which is like hanging on to in the past there. Yeah. Maybe or Jen, I don't know, whoever.
Okay.
Well, what do I know? I just open my word and words, but don't ask me to do things like that. I think the answer to this is patience and just be the flow, be the facilitator. I think if you try and squeeze a Sagittarius too much, they're likely to bolt. But if it's their idea, they respond well to reverse psychology. Tell them they can't have something they want it, but they don't fence them in. Don't fence them in. But be the flow. And I think if you're the flow and you facilitate the flow here, I think things may work out strangely.
Okay.
And now for the wise woman.
All right, Jen. I think both you and your friend need a reset, right? I think you've both kind of spent your energy this last 2.5 years of COVID.
Oh my God, yeah.
So I think that it might be a great time to take a trip and have them come with you on this trip, right? So You might have a place in mind that's on your bucket list, or you might be going somewhere to do some sort of research. Perhaps there's a special place that you want to go that's a museum or a planetarium or someplace where you're going to do some like higher learning. And I think they would really love to do that. So it's a way to kind of get both of you out of your current environments and in a place where you have a lot of time to focus on each other and really see what each other's made of and really see if you want to be together. So I think there's a lot of potential, and I think that you have an awful lot in common. And I think that if you look into it, you'll find something that you'd both like to do. That again, I feel like you both kind of need a reset or to come out of your current environment to be able to have the eyes to really see into each other.
How cool is that?
All right, so Kayla is next for Super Chat.
And we have a Laurie who's done a Super Chat. And now we have a Sparky who's done a Super Chat. So
Laurie and Sparky.
Gosh, everything's bleeping away here.
So Laurie says something new.
Is there something new coming my way is Laurie's question.
And Sparky is...
what's up
guidance.
with Libra and regarding love guidance? I can't speak about that. Alrighty, so Kayla asked the question. And it's your...
Kayla wants career.
All right, off you go. You go first this time. What fun we shall have.
All right. 1, 2, 3. So, Kayla, I get that there's something going down that you're going to have to learn a new skill. So maybe you're not the best at computers, or maybe you're not the best at some particular part or aspect of the job that you're looking for. But I think you're really smart, and I don't see you having any trouble learning that aspect of the job. So I see you kind of like thinking outside the box a little bit, opening yourself up, and like having pride and confidence and getting to where you want to be. And I also see a second income, and I think that that is something that's a little more creative and colorful, like helping someone with florist or paintings or something that is going to bring you joy in your creative side. So I see you getting the job that you want, learning something new, and yeah, I think it's going to be great. Now over here on Facebook, people, in order to get a card, you've got to come to this YouTube station because I can barely keep track of things as they are.
No, it all gets very, 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 very confusing, tell your friends. Which was first?
Oh, tell Shelley, thank you for giving me the feedback. Which was first? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Gilda.
And this is career, right? Career for Kayla, yes?
Yes.
All right, so, gosh, I'm going to sort of go with what Lisa says, but I'm going to throw a few things in
go
for
with
you.
what you know.
I really, really think that this to me is very much about communication, emotional communication, and opening yourself to like higher learning, higher forces, higher, just like higher vibrational frequency, if you will. Now, there's no question this is fun, Kayla. You'll be the old soul. Whenever I see a card with the 3 pyramids come up there, that says it for me. So you need to start to learn to rely on your innate wisdom and stop second guessing yourself so much. I can't begin to tell you the amount of times you've gone, well, bloody hell, I knew that. So listen to yourself a little more, but the weird thing is you kind of thrive on chaos. You thrive on chaos. So I don't know whether it's something that might be as crazy as getting into the movie industry as or as a TV producer or something like that. I really, really think that, so long as it's like 100 miles an hour, complete abject chaos, but you can wrangle it and make it happen, and it stimulates you, and you I think you need to have that higher kind of energy thing going on with you. So long as that's the case, that's it. And don't think you can't possibly do this, because you've well got the smarts to do that. And as I said, you've got that innate wisdom if you would only listen to yourself and stop second guessing yourself. So I actually think, in the words of that horrible cheesy 80s song, doing all right, getting good grades, future's that bright, you got to wear shades, man. I think these are good cards. These are good cards.
So we're going to shuffle up and...
Shuffle away,
next
shuffle away.
Is, I see you, Maria. If you have a question, let us know. And I see you, Celia. And understand that we're going to do all the super chats first. So you guys may have to wait a little bit.
Waiting's good for the soul.
This is now Lori.
Hello, Laurie.
And she wants to know what is new coming her way.
Okay, we can do that.
You're first.
There we go.
1, 2.
All right, let's see what we have for... Oh, excuse me. Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Touch there. But
go away. No, my fault. Okay, so this... Yes. Oh, gosh. So I want to throw a caveat into this, all right? The first card you've got here is the Ten of Cups, which is a fantastic card. Putting it bluntly, this is like God's promise of the happy marriage, the house on a hill, the river running past, the wonderful kids, the completely functional family. However, the next card we get is the King of Cups, and then we get the Three of Swords. So I sense that maybe this is a relationship issue that we're looking at, although you didn't actually voice that.
She said something new, yeah. Something
new? Maybe new relationship, I don't know, or a new relationship may be indicated. Gosh, the King of Cups is not really a bad person, but to me, whenever they crop up in a reading, especially with a relationship thing, it's always important to take what they say with a pinch of salt. Because honestly, I think they will try and tell you, they want to be liked so much, they will try and tell you what it is that they think you want to know, rather than necessarily being forthright and telling it how it is. And this can lead to emotional hurt, especially if there's trust issues here. So, yeah. Communication, I think, is key.
Okay.
I'm going to throw it right back at you.
I'm going to say that you are in some, Lori, an opportunity for transformation, an opportunity for great healing. The King of Cups can also indicate cancer, and all cancers are very healing, very like home, nurturing, comforting. I see you really getting out from something, getting out from under something, and I think there's a great healing coming your way, and I think you're really going to feel more like getting out there and being social and meeting back up with your friends, and very possibly meeting someone if you're not already in a relationship. And if you're already in a relationship, I think that person is going to feel this energy of healing and new life, and want to get off the couch too. So I think what's new that's coming your way is something that was lost during COVID, and now it's going to be healed and found, and I think things are going to be much gentler for you.
There you go.
All right. Sparky and her Libra. Oh, I got 2, so you'll have to put the middle one in
I
there.
can put that. That'll go there then.
Yep.
Will that do?
It will.
Off you go then.
Oh my. All right, so this is number 1. Conflict. Number 2.
Conflict.
Communicate. Number 3. Things moving very fast.
We love you, Sparky.
Sparky, I'm going to say that this person really is confusing. That they are like, hurry up. Let's make a schedule. When can we meet? Don't you want to see me? Let's do this. Let's do that.
Tumbleweed.
Huh?
And then tumbleweed.
And you make all these plans, and then they change their mind and they think, well, I know I said I wanted to go to that restaurant, but I think it's too expensive and I'd rather go somewhere else. And I know I said I'd come over this weekend, but now I got all this paperwork to do and I don't think I want to make the commitment. I don't want to travel. So I think that the only way to deal with the Libra is let them pretend that they're in charge, and just be patient. You know, follow their lead and don't hang around waiting for them. You know, if you're available when they're available, great. And if you're not available, then maybe you want to say, oh gosh, you know, you let me down and I made some other plans, so I'm not really your beck and call girl kind of thing. But I think some things are going to start to be clearer and smooth out in the beginning of June, where maybe a schedule could be followed at that time.
Was the 5 the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, dear. Yeah, well, you know, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of angst and strum here, isn't there? There just is.
Well, potential for growth.
There is, but there's a lot of angst. A lot of angst. And I think there's a little bit of... I almost feel like arrogance or patronizing or something like that. And I think this person needs to be a little careful, because if they shove you a bit too far, the stinger's going to come out, you know? Because even as cute and as wonderful and as lovely as you are, you're a Scorpio. And there's only so much Scorpios take before the stinger comes out. This is really interesting. I see this very much as I don't know, blessings in disguise. Maybe you need to like force the issue a little bit, because I think there's been mixed signals. Come here, go away. Oh, I'm far too busy. Oh, whatever. And it's just been it's difficult. I sense there's an animal magnetism there. I do. I sense there's a kind of a physical sort of thing. I mean, because Libra's obviously ruled by Venus, and
they're very they have a good sense of humor, and they usually are very good looking.
Flirtatious, they can't, but oh god, not very not very good at being forthright and decisive, I think is the word. And gosh, I don't know, squeeze the issue a little bit. That's what I would say. She's probably going to hate me for that, but there you go.
Okay.
All right, who we got now?
You go first. Gilda General.
Hello, Gilda. Apologies for not getting around to doing this for the last couple of weeks. It's just been chaos ad nauseum.
Yeah, we've
just
been doing our best.
Insane.
And I've got Marcy and Jessica, I have you on the list, but we're doing our super chats first, and then we'll get to the general cards.
What a lot of cups coming up tonight. It's really interesting because...
A lot of relationships and family stuff today.
Yeah, I think so. It's interesting though, isn't it? Anyway, so this is Gilda General. Got the Pisces card going on here. So, mind the drama, love. Mind the drama.
Okay, Gilda, mind the drama. Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I get it. Our receptors go to 11, and it's upsetting, and it can be frustrating and all that. But I'm going to draw, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to draw your attention to the following two exhibits. This is a bloody awesome card, and this does not suck. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles. This is like so much as yet unrealized potential. Literally has the ability to think clean outside of the box. So I don't know. I see you somehow generating something as like almost a very lucrative hustle for you, or side hustle or something. Because I know you got little munchkins, and it's tricky. But I do think that there is something you're going to be able to do that will be an unexpected joy and an unexpected sense of great income for you. Really so. It's textiles. I don't know what's going on there, but that's quite interesting. Also, I don't know, I feel that if you can, there's something about you, if you can get to the canyons or somewhere like that, I just feel that you need to, if you'll forgive me, I know this sounds crazy. Go to church, but accept that church is nature is your church, yeah. And I just think that you need to like reconnect with that wonderful, incredible, beautiful landscape to bring you back from the place of oh God, oh woe is me kind of thing into whatever, you know. And I think somehow this is going to give you the reset that you need to, and the fresh air that you need, honestly.
You know, it's really funny because I'm kind of on your wavelength. But Gilda, what I think is happening is that you really want to focus on fitness.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've ever been a personal trainer or seen a personal trainer. But I feel like there's something going on with you, mind, body, spirit, where you're working on all sorts of routines. And it's interesting because it might have been something that sparked inside of you by raising children, where, you know, things are better if you get in a routine, if they go to bed at a certain time, or if they're, if they're potty training, things like that, or they eat at certain times. And I feel like you're kind of moving into that space for yourself, to kind of regenerate and get back your level of mental fitness and focus and your level of physical fitness. And I feel like you're going to help someone else. And by helping someone else, you're kind of helping yourself. So I don't know if there's a fitness place that has childcare, or if you're going to trade with somebody to get that time and space. But I feel like, again, like things are starting to open up for you socially, where you'll have company other than just your children. I know you love them, but I think that the reason these are all people cards is because there's going to be a lot more people around. All right, so that's the super chat so far. Now we're up to Dana, one card general. So I'll do Dana. You were the first person to ask tonight. I think you're coming into a period of prosperity and positive cash flow. It's almost like for a long time you've been in that rob Peter to pay Paul, and you always seem to manage to have the money, but you don't really have a lot of money to set aside or to splurge on yourself, or get extra things. But I think this summer is going to be pretty lucrative. Perhaps a past investment is coming due, or you're being paid a royalty for something. But I feel like you're going to get into a real positive cash flow and feel a lot more comfortable, safe, stable.
Mary's asking about how you do a super chat.
I don't know.
Well, my understanding is down at the bottom of the chat thing where you type your little chat in is a little dollar symbol just there. And if you click on that, you can specify how much you want to send as a super chat.
That's Marcy. Yeah.
Marcy, I'm sorry. If I murdered your name, forgive me, because I only sort of half looked.
Okay.
But yeah, if you'd want a more detailed reading, glad to do that for you. Anyway, moving on.
Stacy, general.
All right. And Stacy.
Oh, wow. What I just said? No.
More of the same.
That's wild.
Patience, actually, Stacey, for you, I think, is what we've got to get. Honestly, it really is all coming together, and I think you just want to, how long must we wait? Well, until waiting is done, but you have to understand you've done what's necessary. And it's just this little snail's the bugger here. You've done what's necessary. It's all going to come together beautifully, and it's going to be quite copacetic, and you're going to certainly enjoy the fruits of your labours, but not just yet. You've just a little more waiting to do. And if you're, don't wait, don't focus on what you don't have, just focus on being bloody epic on a day-to-day basis, and it will follow, it will all drop into place. Alrighty?
Okay.
There you go.
And next is Cassandra, relationship.
All right.
Oh, all right. Well, I know a little bit ago I said that Cancers were the real comforters, nurturers, and that kind of thing.
However,
I'm thinking, though, that you really need to be very clear. I think that sometimes you make allowances when you meet somebody, and you kind of, you deal with them rather than expressing yourself because you don't want to upset somebody. So I think that over the next couple of months, you're going to have the opportunity to be very real with someone. And I think that someone is going to be happy and really connect with you, and the relationship will really start to build on what both people's bottom line and needs really are, rather than you just making concessions.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, Gilda, we're doing our best. This is Mike Rito for Health.
Oh.
We've missed us too. It's been a little nuts. We have several really big projects going on.
That's it. Yes. It's been, snafu, situation normal or whatever,
Yeah.
So it's good though, I wouldn't.
Well, we can't complain. It's just that we need to be.
Anything.
Jessica found.
Oh, hello, Jessica.
Super chat.
Well, thank you, Jessica. That's very kind of you. It's been abject chaos for us. There's just so much good stuff going on. It's almost like, that Calvin and Hobbes book, the days are just packed. And they are. It's like trying to work out when we're doing stuff. But we're doing stuff. We're doing,
Jessica, I got your super chat. Robert, I wrote your name down. If you want a card or have a question, let me know. And this is Mike's Health.
Mike's Health. Woosah, mate. I think you need to find a channel for the internalized stress, Mike, to be perfectly blunt with you. I think you internalize so much, and it's
Gosh, you scared me.
Seriously, it's like stress is where the inability to actually make any progress forward on something, where there's no clear route or whatever. And I think if we could just get you to really maybe start to work on a meditative practice, and if you're crap at it, try it with a guided meditation or just music or something like that. Maybe even take up an instrument, because if you can find a means of expressing yourself, possibly non-verbal, because I think it's difficult to verbalize some of the stresses that you feel. So maybe a non-verbal form of communication will help you. But I think for your health, we need to bring that stress level down, okay? That's the long and the short of it. Deal with the stress, you're going to start to feel so much better. And you know what? You may not even think you're stressed, but you internalize so much stuff. It's like a head of steam you've built up here.
I don't know why. I also feel like a minor surgery might be very helpful. If somebody has suggested, you might want to do that. Okay.
All right.
Jessica's question. We do not have a question, Jessica. Could I please have general? Okay, general.
There you go. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. The pollen today. Forgive me.
I'll go first.
Thank you.
Okay, Jessica.
One.
A two. A three. So many people cards.
Oh, the King of Cups again. That's the third showing of him.
Well, I think that people are just really seeking comfort. All right. Jessica, there's something that you've been waiting to kind of move forward from. Now, I know that COVID kind of pressed the hold button for a lot of people. I get that. But this is something else. This is like you have been waiting for some sort of certification, or waiting for a certificate of occupancy, or waiting for some kind of license, or something to come in the mail. There's something that you've been really, really holding space for that I think is going to come through around 5 weeks or 6 weeks from now. And when that comes in, it's really going to give you what you need to get things moving. Not just financially, but really mentally. You know, it's like that bell is rung, or the tide is turned, or something is happening with that credential that really says, okay, I can make things happen now. All right. Well, Marcy, we will get to you.
We'll get to you, Marcy. Don't worry. We promise we'll get to you. What was the first card here? I'm sorry, I didn't see.
King
of
and
Wands.
this is a general.
General. So we got the King of Wishful Thinking, the King of Cups, and the Devil. Interesting. It is coming together, but I think there's either, you know, that old caveat, buyer beware, you know, caveat emptor, isn't it, or whatever they say. Buyer beware, or check out the small print, or if you can avoid committing to anything for the next few weeks, ideally until Mercury gets direct and out of the shadow, I think you will do well to do that, because there's an unexpected wrangle here, and I think something has not been totally open and forthright. So yeah, I'm gonna say the 5 or 6 weeks thing is a really good time to, if you can hang on, you know, in the grand scheme of things, that ain't much.
There's just a couple ahead of you, Renee, unless somebody gives a super chat. So
it's really not much, you know. It's a delay. I accept that, but it's a delay you will not regret. I think don't be too hasty here, because there's something going to pop to light, which is going to be, you know, oh, I wish I'd have known about that. So
a trick factor.
Yes, there's a little wrangle there that
all right.
You may not be aware of just yet.
That's it for super chats for now.
Okay.
Well, this next question I'm going to do is for Pam. So Pam said, question regarding family moving away. I feel like somebody wants to go south, that they want to go to the Carolinas. But, you know, I'm going to say the grass is always greener.
Always.
And here's the deal. Sound like...
All right, Joe.
All right, Joe Biden, here's the deal. When you've worked in New York, when you've done something in New York, you understand what a New York minute is. And when you move south, you tend to do very well because you're easily hired, especially if you've been like a nurse or some sort of skilled person. But the grass is greener because even though the cost of living is cheaper, the money people make is less. I just feel like they really want to own more property, or they want their own space. And I feel like in a way you think, oh, you know, you're stealing my grandchildren. But it's very possible that you may go with them or go for visits. And the world is getting smaller and smaller. And depending on how far they go, you'll be able to, you know, make a weekend trip or something like that. I do think it's still in the forming stages. And maybe you could talk them into going upstate or something less far away if it's land that they really want. All right. Amber, yes, you can still have a question. Just let us know what your question is.
Who we got now then?
And you have Renee, who wants a general, R. So her come up as R, but her name's Renee.
Okay. Oh, well, hello. General question. King of Swords. You know, this is my King of Solomon card. I love this guy. Purportedly the wisest man. You know, had the ability to be renowned for good judgment. And it's interesting that good judgment tends to come from bad experiences, but bad experiences tend to come from poor judgment. So I think it's important that even though there might have been something that came out of left field and caught you, you know, remember the old adage, if you will, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. It's important that you learn here that what went on, that you analyze the situation, you understand the motives, you understand the energies at play, and that you use that and you file that knowledge, and that doesn't mean you've got to carry a hot rock around with you expecting somebody else to get burned. I'm not on about that. I'm on about learning this and putting it in your skill set so that you can identify and see that situation should it present itself again. Because I do think you perhaps gave somebody the benefit of the doubt when you felt that really your gut was telling I shouldn't be doing this, and yet you did. So chalk it down to experience. You know, that's it, and allow your experience to be broadened. And I think.
All right, Maria, General.
God, I'm sorry. My eyes are itching
Colin,
like
don't
mad.
rub them.
I know.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Maria, 4 of Wands. Maria, I see there's some sort of reconnecting with someone from the past. I don't know if it's time for some kind of reunion, or that it's just a weird friend of a friend that you run into them or something. But I feel like there's a rekindling of a really important, what I'm going to call soul buddy relationship, because it's not necessarily soulmate. But I feel like there's a really good reunion coming that could be a really helpful business relationship as well. So keep your eyes open, Maria, and answer invitations when they come.
Oh, yes. If opportunity comes knocking, so
Yes,
to
Dee
speak.
Dee, we will get to you.
All right.
Okay, so C.E. Leah. Leah is next.
Celia.
One card general. Well, there's a space in her name. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I removed the space because I'm nuts like that. Listen, guys, I see there's a bunch of people watching us. You can do us a super huge
Please
favour
like
if you
us.
would. Please go ahead and mash that like button. It's going to cost you nothing. And if you want to be notified when we next come on and do this fun and wonderful stuff, if you would go ahead and subscribe to our channel, and if you would go ahead and hit that little bell icon, then you get notified, you know, and you get to see us doing something cool and trendiferous. So, and we do appreciate it. We do appreciate if you guys have also thrown us super chats. That's fantastic. We very much appreciate that too. But so Celia or Celia?
Celia. C-E space L-I-A.
Okay, and the question is?
General.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have a super chat after that.
I love this card. It's when I first came across this card, Celia. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, please forgive me. It gave me the EBGBs a little bit, and then I started to understand there's so much going on here. This fellow is again like the King of Solomon, the King of Swords we just had. He is very much, you know, the epitome of authority and judgment here. But he's also, strangely enough, very learned. And whenever I get this card, sometimes when I get this card, it triggers off that little...
She has a question. Any actions towards me from DJA? There's been no contact.
All right.
Oh, so
well, let me...
being an island.
Yes. Well, you know... It's interesting that I feel that there's a sense of responsibility going on here. So this the sense of responsibility. It's almost like I want to have fun. I want to do this, but I am otherwise encumbered. I'm encumbered. By my duty, by my responsibility. As I said, I get when there are constabulary duties to be done, a policeman's is not a happy one. So it's almost like they want to have fun. They want to let their hair down and have at it, but that simply won't do. So we've got this model of restraint, if you will, which I don't know. I feel that there's also an encumbrance there. So maybe they felt like I can't be fair here. They may not be entirely as available as That would be my
Okay.
2 cents.
So next we have Amber, then we have Robert, then we'll go back to our generals, which right now Marcy is the next general. But
Okay.
this is Amber, and Amber's saying, will she place first or third at the horse show? 1.
Oh, we're going to a horse show, are we?
I think we're in a horse show.
But she's not a horse.
Oh, Amber. Is there some sort of weird political clique? Well, all right. So we have abandonment, kind of Scorpio dealings, and frustration. I'm going to say that you have really a good horse, that you are connected with that horse, that you have skills. But I feel like this is one of those, it's not what you know, it's who you know. I feel this is very cliquey. So I don't know who the judges are. But try not to be disappointed. I think you personally are going to do like your personal best. I feel like you're going to do really, really well. But I don't know. I feel like there's some sort of snobbery or clickiness that may go against you.
There's a cup here. There's a Queen of Cups. There's a Knight of Swords, which is, to me, this is all about anger and, frustration, and, even the horse looks annoyed about it all,
Yeah,
There's,
I don't know. There's something.
just no fairness going
There's no
on here.
exactly. There's something
There's
not
no
fair.
no fairness, because this is a scheming minx, let me tell you. No, don't forgive me, Sparky. I'm not having a downer on all Scorpios, but Scorpios do know how to scheme, let me tell you. Yeah. I don't know. Don't be hugely disappointed if it turns out the entire bloody thing is rigged.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not a reflection on you. It's not. Yeah. It's just I feel again. There's that you're not dealing with a level playing field here. If that makes sense.
There's something fishy.
It's something fishy. Scorpios.
Yeah, no. I feel like there's something fishy.
Something fishy going on.
I mean, I feel like it's worth it to do it because
I'll do it, yeah.
you're going to do really well, but I don't know that you'll be rewarded fairly for that performance. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So next up, Anton, is Robert.
Robert had quite the question,
Yeah,
didn't he?
Robert is trying to refinance his mortgage, and the mortgage company's being a real turd.
Oh,
So
see you next Tuesday.
he's feeling like he should just walk away from it. What's your advice?
Well, let's have a butcher's. That's a 1. And all right. So first card,
Victory?
but the walk away may be prudent. And death. All right. It's going to be. You are going to get this better than you expected, but I think you may be right with the company. It does not hurt to have options. It doesn't.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Does not hurt to have options.
I was going to say look into places like Rocket Mortgage or places where you can refi without having a huge credit score.
And yes. And curiously enough, there's like I don't know, there's going to be some realization here, which is you're going to learn something, which is going to be bloody hell. This is one of these points of like. So the death card, this is not a physical death we're talking about here. This is actually, moreover, it's a new beginning. But it very much
There is a resurrection and a victory.
There is a victory, and it may be that the nasty mortgage broker who's trying to lend his what's someone trying to say? Line his own pocket. Is that what I'm trying to say? I feel that there's somebody trying to unfairly get more money out of you to pad their own commission. Yeah, and I think the person you're dealing with may not be as straight up and as
see if you can go through the government somehow, or
maybe a Fannie Mae or something like, or Freddie Mac or whatever the darn thing is.
I think, or even Rocket. There's there's a company out there that would be more than happy to have you.
Oh, yeah.
And that will negotiate with the other people. And you may end up having more equity than you thought, because there's a victory there.
This card says it all. This card really says it all.
I think the first thing you do is you say, do I really love my home? Do I want to stay here? I've invested this much time and effort and energy. If I really want to stay here, I'm going to make that happen. And I think you can make that happen.
Exactly.
You just have to seek a different lender or an attorney or something.
Yeah, because I think somebody is trying to have one over on you a little bit, you know. Yeah. It's going to work out, all right? Just hang on in there and really explore your options. Explore your options, because...
And I think it's going to take another 6 months or so.
It's okay, though.
But if you leave, then you know, you're
yeah, don't
let them walk over you.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay there.
Exactly.
Stay there and seek an attorney, or go to like a social services thing that has to do with housing, and see what your options are. I think you have options.
In Welsh, daid y dir.
Stand your ground.
Stand your ground, or literally hold your ground. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Oh my God, we're getting hearts and roses and all sorts.
You know, it's possible that you have other alternatives too. Like, you might be able to rent a room and get a little extra money towards mortgage that way or something. I mean, I know it's rough to live with people, but sometimes needs must. All right.
Well, you put up with me.
You're up next.
Hello.
Marcy has the same question that Pam did. She's been helping her family for 4 years.
Oh, bless.
And
right?
babysitting, and now they're talking about moving away. And she said she doesn't have the money to move away. What advice do we have? It's a 1 card.
Interesting. Interesting. This is not a bad card. This is really not a bad card. Communicate. Talk here. The bridge is leaping out at me, and
they
I'm
don't
getting
want to lose their babysitter either. You know?
Yeah, there's partnership. There's partnership here, but there's very much, you know, people looking outside of just the two of them, and there's this sort of family unit here, and this is, you know, we're outside of this, and there's cause for celebration, but this bridge, the bridge says it all, and the bridge is surrounded by flowers, and the bridge is very much, you know, Ben de Gaidran said, "Avo ben bid bont." In other words, whoever would be a leader must first be a bridge, and I think it's for you now to bridge the gulf and really bring up, you know, express your fears, because I think maybe it's not you're I think they have a plan for you too.
I don't know. Well, you're gonna have to make it happen.
Yeah, but I think it's happenable. Does that make work?
Okay.
It's happenable.
All right, Dee Dee, information. Dee Dee's having an internal conflict.
Oh, bless.
Oh yeah, trying to go in 2 different directions at the same time. Yeah. I feel like this is definitely a very polarized sort of thing, Dee Dee, where part of you really wants to force an issue, and the other part of you says, no, just hold it in, be calm, say nothing. And then the other part of says, no, you have to push this out there. I feel like this doesn't have anything to do with money worries. This is more about relationship and standing, like status. So it's such a polarized energy that the solution is going to be to find a balance. So can you speak some of your mind to get like a dialogue going, or to get things to start to move in a more even keel, right? Saying nothing and internalizing everything, then you're going to carry everything and it's going to hurt. Projecting everything out, you may say things in a way you don't mean to say them, and once things are said, you can't take them back, so you might feel that you've like bombarded or dumped everything out. So is there a way that you could kind of lead the conversation along and bring things out in the open without feeling exposed or without feeling that you're pushing someone. So honestly, it might be a good time to seek a professional, like talk to a therapist about how to deal with the conflict within. All right. Liz T, we don't know this Liz.
Hello, Liz.
Would like a general card.
Okay, we can do that. Oh, keep your eye on what needs to be done, and so somebody doesn't actually get one over on you. This is, to me, I love this card. We've got the army at camp, you know, and the Brigadier General giving all these orders here saying, tomorrow, men, there's going to be this brilliant pincer movement and we'll get the enemy with, you know, catch him with a surprise and all that sort of stuff. Meanwhile, this urchin's stealing all the swords. So come tomorrow morning, the plans of the Brigadier General have kind of gone to the toilet a little bit, you know. They're just going to be a bunch of angry men. So be mindful of what it is that you're doing. Don't get so lost. I mean, I want to say almost like head in the clouds, but you know, I'm all for creative thinking. I'm all for thinking outside of the box. I think it's a wonderful thing, but just be mindful to pay attention to continue to corrective input, steering the car, you know. Don't be the distracted driver. Don't be the, you know, the distracted driver of your own life. In other words, oh, look at that over there, wander, whoops, I've just fallen off a cliff, kind of thing. Do what's necessary, you know. You've got to put one foot in front of the other, do what's necessary, and you're going to be absolutely fine. But I think you're in danger of allowing some person or individual or others to actually steal your thunder a little bit, you know, with the stuff that you've been doing. So just cautious, puith, maybe might be the word there.
Alrighty.
Prudence, a little prudence.
And this is Paulette, General. It's hiding under here, Paulette. Ooh, soulmates.
Share.
Something that you and your partner have wanted to work on for a while, which also may have to do with health. Lori, you have to go over to our YouTube station to get a question. Sorry. So Paulette, it may have to do with health or fitness, like we were talking about with Gilda, but I feel like one of you will take this on and start to do it and get just so far and then fall off. And then the other one will say, well, I'm going to do this, and you take it on and you get so far and then fall off. But if you guys do it together, you are going to really get where you're going. So if this is about fitness, if you guys can do it together, you'll get there with no problem. If this is about some sort of financial thing, if you guys are focused together, you'll get there with no problem. Whatever it is that you want to heal or make better, if you work individually, you only get so far. If you work together, you're an unstoppable team.
There you go.
All right. So
who we got now?
Lori White, and she'll be the last one for General.
Okay. All right, Laurie, let's have a little look-see. Oh, Old Soul again.
So here we go, Lori.
This Three Pyramids. Love it. This is very much the Old Soul. So I love this card. It very much. I think you need to start listening to your messages a little more. I think you've been focused on other stuff. You've been doing whatever's necessary to be doing, you know, life, the universe, all that fun stuff. But you've forgotten to listen to yourself a little bit. And I think there's stuff coming at you from left field that needs to be paid attention to, that I think will really offer some degree of inspiration for you in terms of your own sense of well-being and I don't know, your inquisitiveness needs to be turned back on. I think that's what it is. I think you've almost lost your sparkle for the wonder of things around you. And so if you listen to that amazing inner voice that's there, those little messages, if you start to look a little closer, if you start to ponder a little deeper, I do think you're going to really, I don't know, knock it up a notch, as the saying goes. What do you think?
Yeah, I think pay attention, and yeah, the look, and the more you'll see.
Yes, look,
All
and
right,
you'll see more.
folks. Believe it or not, we're coming up on an hour, and that's really
God,
all the
yeah.
time we had tonight,
I'm
because
gonna
we've
have
still
to go
got a bunch
blow
of
my-
other projects.
And I have to go blow my nose on.
Shout out to Wendy. If you're still there, Wendy, we're definitely sending you positive energy.
Oh, yes.
And we'd like to remind everybody that the last Saturday of this month, Memorial Day weekend Saturday, is our psychic fair, and we will be celebrating our 29th year in business.
Can you imagine?
So come on out and see us. Readings are $10 for 10 minutes at the psychic fair. So
Bring chocolate or
Yeah.
wine.
So yeah, Lori, we did a reading for you. If you just scroll back a little bit, you can definitely get it. And May 29th, Psychic Fair is, the last Saturday in May is our 29th anniversary Psychic Fair.
It's wild, isn't it?
All right.
Okay.
How can you book a reading at the shop? You can give them a call. It's 845-255.
Yeah, take it out.
Oh, sorry, you could do it then. 845-255-5756. And they're open for another half an hour. We do have 12 different readers. We have different people every day, but we don't book readings at Psychic Fair. That's walk-ins only, cash only.
No, yeah, we learned through bitter personal experience, you know.
Yeah, so Psychic Fair is walk-in only, cash only, but if you call the shop, you can book a reading. There's 2 or 3 readers every day, and you could book a regular reading in person or by phone.
Yes.
All right.
And if you guys haven't done so already, please do mash that like button. Give us the old thumbs up. Please do subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you get notified when we're next back on.
And Goddess willing, it'll be next Wednesday.
Yes,
unless things are still.
Well, unless something weird comes out of left field.
Oh,
you know?
don't wish for it.
But it's
We
been
can't.
all good.
It's
good. It's
all
not
amazing
bad.
stuff.
There's
It's
been
all
good
amazing
stuff going on, but it's like
But it's time consuming.
yeah. I think if we could figure out, bless you. See, I daresn't do that. So I won't stop.
All right.
Thank you so
Thank you all
very
much.
much. Have yourselves
Like,
a
comment,
beautiful.
and subscribe, and
Yes,
we'll
yes.
catch you soon.
Indeed. Have a
Word
beautiful.
help, there might be a box opening tomorrow.
Oh, I believe there may be. All right. Check us out tomorrow then. Blessed be.